everybody, it's Jason with Pug TV, and tonight is Star Trek night. So we're beaming on into Star Trek Online. We're going to be running another player-made Foundry mission, and what I've done is I've done a little research onto why I couldn't find some of the other missions, and it was actually sent in by one of the viewers, StyleSci. I was going to run some of his missions, but I've never been able to find them whenever I fire up the show. And at first we thought it's because when Star Trek patches that it takes a while for them to re-upload all the missions, but then we investigated a little bit further and he noticed that I'm level 22 and some of the missions are level specific, so I'm not able to solo some of these. So what I'm going to do is reach out to maybe StyleSci or some of these other folks that do missions and maybe just group up with them and see if maybe because they're high enough level to run it, I could just run through with them. But that's something I'm just kind of formulating in my mind. That way I can do some of these higher level missions that folks would like to see. So until I come up with something, I'm just actually pulling missions that I have access to. And fortunately, we had another Foundry mission designer who sent a request. And this is from, his name is My God, It's Full of Stars. And I kind of, well, thought it's a creative name. And I've got two missions from him. One is Checks and Balances, and the other one is What Are Little Ferengi Made Of? And they're both rated with 4 stars. He said that the checks and balances in the mission description is that it's really text heavy, which I don't mind sometimes. And the Ferengi one didn't mention anything like that, so me in reading, I'll go with the Ferengi one. So I went ahead, pulled up my available missions, went to the community authored missions, and from there I just hit this drop down. I did a search earlier just to make sure that they came up. And then when you do the custom search, you can search by the title of the mission, the name of an author. So I just typed in My God, and it pulled up the couple of missions that he authored for me to check out. So I'm going with the What Are Little Ferengi Made Of, read the little description. So we'll read the story together. Overall, it's 4 stars with just a scoonch into the number 5 star. So here's the ratings here. He's got more in the 5, loved it, than in the other categories. You know, there's some folks who didn't like it. But we're going to go ahead and run it and see what's going on. And it says I got to go to the Regulus sector block, so I might have to check my map and see where I'm at. So we're going to go ahead and hail it, and we'll start it. So we'll run this, and then at the end I'll be able to post it for him. So let's get going. Whew. Intro is a little text heavy. I've been talking all day at work. Let's see if I got the voice for it today. Starfleet has received a coded message from a Ferengi trader in the Hana system. He identifies himself as Rook. He claims to have discovered the remains of an ancient civilization on Hana 7, including some extremely advanced weapons technology. He says he's going to offer his discoveries to the highest bidder, which means we're not the only ones he's contacted. We need a reliable officer to check out Rook's claims and to represent the Federation in any negotiations. I shouldn't have to tell you that new technology could make a huge difference to Starfleet. In unfriendly hands, it could also pose a serious threat to the Federation. We need you to secure this technology, or, barring that, make certain no one else does. We're certain that every other government Rook contacted is giving out the same instructions, so take care, Tabril. And then go to the Hana system in the Regulus sector block. So we gotta go there. We accept. And the next thing I'm going to do is go to my in progress missions. I'm going to find my player Foundry community authored ones, Little Ferengi Are Made Of, and just make sure I set that primary so it's at the top of my quest tracker so I can track how I'm doing. Now I'm going to pull up my map, check my galaxy map. Got to go to Regulus. So it looks like I'm in the Regulus sector, so I just got to go to the Hana. So I like to hit my systems list a lot of times. It just seems to be so much easier to navigate from the list if I'm in the right sector. I could pull up my map and do the area map, but sometimes I just really overlook the little tiny planet, but there it is as well. But my course is laid in, so at least traveling today won't be very extreme. I got an offer to trade. I'm just skipping on past, and we'll just make the trip. So hopefully we'll be there momentarily. And then once we get there, it'll ask me if I want to trigger what our little Ferengi made of. I like the name of the mission, and that introduction is very well written. I've looked at a couple on the preview that I haven't recorded, just kind of looked, and some of the dialogue is just, it's very poorly written. You know, I can't tell if people are trying, or because it is kind of testing, they've just thrown some stuff up. But it is really nice to pull up a mission and it has like some really good dialogue. So I'm just curious to see why some of those folks rated it a 1. I can see why people would rate something a 5. They really enjoyed it. There was something they really liked. So what I try to do is look at it and now try to find, why would somebody rate this a 1? Is it because it's more text than combat? The thing that I don't really like about the rating system is it allows you to put a private comment to the author. However, it doesn't allow us on the outside to see, you know, maybe the player rated review to find out, oh, okay, this is why they rated it a 1. Kind of like if you were buying something from Amazon or Apple. And I suppose they do that just to prevent abuse and whatnot. You know, flaming and different things, flame wars. So, fortunately, I can't tell why they rated it a 1. So we're going to go ahead and drop to Impulse and approach Hana 7. Sir, we have arrived at the Hana system. I need to pick one and just stick with it. So here we go with Hana. We're going in. Let's see what's going on. I did an initial download for Star Trek Online for my wife. I just, for whatever reason, time gets away from us and we didn't install it. So, my fault, because we played Friday and then we just kind of had a little bit of a busy weekend. And here it is, Star Trek Tuesday. So, I'm going to have to make a special effort to get that. Also, while we're warping in, Friday, by special request, we're going to look up and install Alod's Online, which is completely different than Star Trek, but we'll look at that more this Friday. Alright, so here I am. I am now in, and it's time for me to hit Impulse and approach the planet. So I'm just going to hit my engage full impulse. Oh, there's somebody. I'm detecting several other ships, Klingon and Romulan, already in orbit. Any sign of hostile intent? Says no, sir. All vessels have shields down and weapons uncharged. And, oh, we also got a couple other viewers with us. Thank you, Amora and Kenshiro. Welcome. So we're going to go ahead, continue on course to the planet, and see where this leads us. So if you just come in and missed the first moment, we're doing a Foundry player-made mission. I was going to say, I need to slow down before I hit the planet. We're doing the mission called, oh, What Are Little Ferengi Made Of? By author My God, It's Full of Stars. So we're going to go ahead and run through his mission and give him a rating at the end. So we are being hailed by both the Klingons and Romulans. Is it fear or incompetence that makes you late? Both, I think. I am Bavok, captain of the IKS. It's a Klingon word. There is nothing for you here except a swift death. I suggest you turn and run away while you have the opportunity. And I'm responding with, we have as much right to be here as you. And you got the Romulan. Don't mind Bavok, Commander. Klingon negotiation means making threats until your disruptors are fully charged. I am Varel, captain of the IRW. I think that's Imperial Romulan something. Terex. I think you and I share a more civilized view. I, for one, am looking forward to a contest of wits. So I'm already impressed with his dialogue. So may the best being win. I would have thrown in may the best human win. It's human. Sir, we are being hailed from the planet. It's Rook. That's the Ferengi. Hello, hello. I'm glad you could join us. What's the human expression? Oh, look at that. You can't quite say human. It's insulting me already. The more the merrier? Yes, that's it. Very similar to the 209th rule of acquisition. There's no such thing as an overcrowded auction. I should warn you, as I have your two colleagues, that any aggressive actions by any party toward the other party will be met with immediate destruction. This would be a wonderful demonstration of the weapons I've found, but I don't want to have to kill a potential customer. Let's let Latinum, not force, decide the issue, shall we? Yes, that sounds splendid. Now, if you'll be so kind, you may beam down alone. At your convenience, I'm sending you my coordinates now. Oh, very well. Oh, Warbird. Kenshiro70 says the W is Warbird, so Imperial Romulan Warbird. Thank you. I know it's nice. Here I am playing Star Trek stuff, and I'm not very Star Trek knowledgeable. Terrible. And it looks like we got Cynic joining us, and Nibuda as well, checking out Star Trek. So I have received the coordinates. Sir, it appears to be a small surface structure. I am reading indications of a larger underground facility nearby, but there is too much interference to be certain. Neither of these appeared in any previous survey of the planet. We'll keep a transporter. Lock on me at all times. We're going in. That might all be a trap of some kind set by Rook. Be careful down there, sir. Let's all stay sharp. And I'm taking my red shirt, but it's okay. My red shirt has a name. They're safe. That's probably a joke I will make every single time I play Star Trek. So get over it. And it is funny. The first couple times. But I'm hoping as new people watch, they haven't seen me do it before, so it's funny to them the first couple times they've seen it. So. Load. It's the only problem I have with any mission that I do. I've always got loading screens. And I especially have that with Foundry missions because all of this is kind of custom, and therefore it doesn't really store or have localized all the maps and different things that you can go to because they're all designed differently. So I always have a bit of a loading screen. And then Cynic says, you may want to update the stream info. It says Age of Conan. I did. I don't know why it didn't update. I did update it. Yeah, it's just goofy. And Ibuda says, yes, I almost didn't come view. Then I decided he probably forgot to change it. I don't know why it didn't update. I think after I make the update, I'm thinking sometimes when I actually get done filming it, that's when it seems to actually update for everybody. And then when it posts to Twitter, sometimes I just don't know why it does that. It don't like me. That's what Nibuda says. The update just doesn't like me. Huh? My wife says it's the gremlin, so just enjoy. So if you came here looking for Age of Conan because my stuff didn't update, hey, you got Star Trek. You can watch yesterday's video, which was Age of Conan. Anyway, here we are in Star Trek land. Sir, are you all right, sir? I'm okay, I think. Uh-oh. Something's wrong. And Cynic says, I blame the Borg. Yep, they're going to assimilate us. Well, then I wouldn't have to worry about nothing. Then we would know what was going on. We lost contact with you, sir, for nearly 10 minutes as soon as you beamed down. Rook said it must be the interference we detected earlier, but we demanded to see if you were safe in person. Interesting little subplot going on. I feel a little disoriented, but getting better. Yes, that interference is necessary evil. I'm sure you can understand. Yes, I'm certain. Without it, you could simply scan what I found here and learn all you need to replicate it. I can hardly allow that, can I? I'm feeling well enough to continue. Interesting. And my wife says, yes, my assassin did good yesterday. He would become 13 of 6. Instead of 7 and 9, I'm 13 of 6. Wait a minute. Because apparently my character's out of it, so I'm 13 of 6. Because you see there's more, it's a higher number than what there actually is, so therein is the joke. 13 of, instead of, no, I think we've done enough for today. Laid the groundwork for the future. You may all return to your ships when you're ready. Do you understand? Wait a minute. What have I done for today? I got warped down and lost 10 minutes of my life. I don't understand. Sir, I recommend we return immediately. It's the tongue twister day today. Well, what a terrible day. I missed 10 minutes of my life, and then he says we're done for the day. Well, I'm going to do my little quest here and talk to these people in order. So we're going to talk to Rook. You know what you have to do. Yes. I guess beam up to the ship. Well, alright, let's talk to Veril. You will remember in time. This is all very ominous. Gone for 10 minutes. Nobody knows what's going on, but they all seem to know. We will see you again soon. We have a lock on you in the away team, sir. We can beam you directly to sickbay. Well, let's see. I've got no, I need to be on the bridge, or not now. Well, normally I let you guys pick choices, but I think the not now is just going to have me stay here. So let's beam up to the bridge. Surprised I don't go to sickbay. Find out what's wrong with me. Yeah, Cynic says my guess brainwashing has occurred. Something. Or maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe I was just simply out of it for 10 minutes, but it's Star Trek. Anything's possible. Just making a little adjustment here. Okay, we're loaded up. So welcome back, sir. Red alert. Prepare for battle. Oh. Well, here we go. Sir, what are you talking about? The Klingon and Romulan ships show no signs of hostile action. And what about Rook's warning? We are in immediate danger. See, I obviously know something that nobody else knows. This may be a symptom of your disorientation, sir. No, we must defend ourselves. The Elf and the Terek have raised shields. They are powering up weapons. Oh my gosh, they both do. I'm looking for something real fast. Found it. Welcome. They are powering up weapons. Satisfied. All hands to battle station. So this is really weird. Well, I mean, I see them there. I see them there. Wow, it says it really wants me to take these things out. This is really, really confusing. So, I could see right away that if somebody just hopped into this mission, not knowing or taking the time to actually play it through, I could see how they might be a little confused and decide, you know, this doesn't make any sense. I have a feeling, however, that as we play it through, we will learn, and we will probably find a very satisfying adventure. So I am willing to go through this initial confusion just so I can find out what's going on. Because this has got a kind of one of those goofy beginnings like an actual Star Trek episode would. So let's do it. Alright. So if you've never, or very... Oh, look. I'm getting some help from the Klingon. My combat style is not very orthodox, I don't think. I generally try to keep one shield facing towards my enemy just for ease of shield management, and most of my weapons are all forward facing. And then what I do is I put myself in reverse. That way I can rotate a tad bit. So I gotta get rid of these threats too. Now, rotating is important because again it helps me keep all my forward-facing enemies in my forward arc of weapons. Because if I was going forward, then I wouldn't be able to keep this separation gap and keep these targets right in front of me. The only problem I have here with this strategy of keeping like my forward shield is sometimes with multiple enemies, they can get on my sides, and then, you know, they're hitting the shield I don't want them to hit. Well, let's attack this one. Now I go backwards, see, because watch, if I turn left and right, I don't know how well this is letting you see me turn. Let's target this guy. Oop, reinforce forward shield by clicking it. But now, if I just sit, it might be hard to tell, but turning is a lot slower. So I go backwards to keep separation, some distance between me and my enemy, and it lets me maneuver a little bit more, just so I can keep targets in my front. And that's how I fight. Kind of a weird, I don't know, it's kind of bizarre, I think, but it's what I do. Sir, I really think you should visit sickbay. Yes, I'm on my way there now. I need an away team for my sickbay. Kenshiro says, circle strafing for the win. And then Cynic also says, the disadvantage to reverse is the power drain drawback. Yes, fortunately, those are all very true. However, I have found that at my level, it works great. Circle strafing is pretty good. I've tried that a few times with some of my ships, and I'm just not very good at it. So for me, reversing the backup strategy seems to work best for me. Now, probably at higher level, as I get better ships, I might have to change my tactics. But for now, I'm good with that. Circle strafing, I really do like that. If I get some good weapons with overlapping arcs, it's really nice. And then I kind of, as I'm circle strafing, kind of do the little fishtail thing where I can swoop in, fire off a heavy weapon, and then continue kind of circle strafing and wait for the recharge. Or even if it's a rear-facing weapon, then I can stick my rear side forward towards the enemy and shoot, and just kind of fishtail around while I'm circling. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. Just pick something you like. So far, backing up works for me. Just how I go. So, waiting code for final countdown. Code 000 destruct. See, I can see how I'm already confused. Sir, we became concerned when you failed to arrive in sickbay. Sir, what are you doing? You've engaged auto-destruct. What are you talking about? Confirmed. Auto-destruct engaged. No, wait. How did I get here? Captain, I formally relieve you of command. Belay that order. I can stop this. Ooh, she looks angry. Let's see here. And Cynic says, circle strafing works best with beams on cruisers. Yeah, I have found that definitely is true. Like, if you can just get like a whole loadout of beams. I don't know. I like the auto cannons. I guess I just like weird stuff that maybe isn't the most effective, but I just think it looks cool. Maybe that's probably not a good way to play, but it's kind of what I went with. I can't stop the countdown. The command codes have been encrypted. I can't access the main computer. I can stop this. You caused this, sir. If I access the correct consoles, there may be a chance. By reconfiguring multiple terminals, we might be able to reset portions of the auto-destruct sequence. It would give us a means to suspend the countdown. But those modifications could take hours to finish. I don't even know which terminals to access. I do. At least I think I do. Ah, man, my guy is really messed up. If you can stop this, do it! I'll know the correct terminals when I see them. Ah, then. Oop. And what I really love about the Foundry, the power behind this editing tool set, is just, my goodness, the amounts of ship interiors and everything they have access to. So the first thing I want to do, well, it says here, follow orders. Now what I'm looking for is usually a quest indicator here on my map. So let me open my map. I'm guessing. Well, we'll look around here until I see something I can click on. So this might be a run around the ship and try to find the first console that I need. So let me just make sure there's nothing hidden back here I can click on. Oop! There, I found this one. I wasn't really given any clues as to which ones, but well, reconfigure console. That's the last one, so I'm wondering if maybe I need to find these other consoles first and interact with them. I could be wrong. If I don't see any other console, I'll go back to that one. Usually the quest designer can put in some little indicators. Oh, I guess it don't matter, because they all say reconfigure. So let's hit this one and see what it does. I found a console. Okay, well that's one, so let me go back and do that other one. So hopefully as I find all these consoles, we'll be okay. Oh, look. Did you see it? There we go. That's what I'm looking for, is that little gear symbol. That means I can interact with stuff. I just didn't see it immediately on those consoles. Alright, so we've got 2 more consoles to find. I don't think I looked at you. Oh, here's one. For some reason it's not putting the little interact symbol that I'm used to seeing. So let's go find one more. Oh, here we go. This was a little tip. Oh, that doesn't work. So one of the quest authors, I ran one of his missions, and there was another little, there was like a person I had to find, and none of the quest updates were triggering to properly show me where I had to go. So I was doing kind of like this, just running around till I found it. And he said that when you're running a mission, what you can do is hit your scan button, tricorder scan button, and it will usually take you to the next quest item that you have to do, even if you don't see an indicator up here. So I was hoping I would get that, and the scan didn't pull it up for me. Okay, so like I am always the worst at finding like the last console or that last little clue. So don't get mad. Oh, let's see here. And then Cynic puts, I would assume it's because the author wants you to find them. Yes, he does. So I'm really looking for them. And then Cynic says, hence the V not working, and you have to get close. Oh, look at that. V is a shortcut for the scan. Nice. Definitely got the Star Trek folks on tonight. Thank you. And then Cynic says, I'll know them when I see them line. Yeah. So now I'm wondering, have I... Obviously I haven't hit them all. I've got one more. So good pointing that out, Cynic, that obviously you'll know it when you find them. Yep, he wants me to seek him out. He doesn't want me to just... Oop, there it is. So I'm wondering, what do you think? Should I go upstairs? Because I think I've hit all these consoles. I wonder if maybe there might be one up here. Yep. Oop, there you go. Cynic says try going up. And that's probably it right there. Let's find out. It's like we're almost eye to eye there, Cynic. And there it is. Auto-destruct sequence aborted. Security, escort Commander Tabril to the rig. No! I could not have done this. We have a record of you setting the auto-destruct sequence, somehow impersonating the voices of other command officers. Perhaps some outside force is taking control of the captain. What? Impossible! I have a hard enough time with my own voice. Wait, I have been scanning the captain. At first all readings were normal, but when I increased the intensity of the scans, I found something else. It's not the captain. It's an android. Oh man, I am not. Almost brings a smile. This is very interesting. Yeah, it's fascinating. Yes, it's becoming fascinating very, very fast. So there was a layer of material just beneath its skin, generating false sensor readings. Once I overcome those projections, it looks exactly like the androids discovered by Roger Corby on Exo 3. Not Star Trek knowing buff person, but I wonder if that's any relation to Data from the Next Generation, because that's the only android person I know from the show. The captain must still be on the planet. Brooks switched them during the time we lost contact. Oh. Don't they even have an episode in Next Generation where some of the crew were replaced by androids on the planet? Or is that like an old Star Trek? I'm not sure. And he says, this can't be. If we disassemble it, then maybe we can find a clue to the captain's true whereabouts. No, I'm not a thing. Maybe, it is correct. In a way, maybe the captain's mind is in this robotic body. From everything I remember, Corby believed he was still Corby. Oh, that might not be anything related to Data. That's something else. This may not be our captain, but can we really murder it? I can help you. Yeah, don't murder me. Help us? How? I already saved you once. Maybe its programming is somehow incomplete. Maybe the captain is in there somewhere. Yes. Cynic sent me a link to memorybetawikia.com, wiki Roger Corby. Thank you. I'll make sure to check that out before I... Okay, look, I could probably click the link. Let me see if I can right-click, open new tab. I know you probably can't see any of what I'm doing, so I'm gonna be quick. All right, it's loading up. Very well. We'll beam down to the planet with it. But I warn you, if you do anything to threaten this ship or crew again, I'll shoot you where you stand. I would expect nothing less. I've been able to penetrate the interference obscuring the underground complex we detected earlier. I can beam you into the topmost level. From there, I'm afraid you're on your own. The interference is too strong to get a fix on the captain, if he's still alive. Excuse me, old habits. I was going to say energized, but I'm not in command. She is. T'Pau, my red shirt. Energize. Here we go. Let's see what kind of trouble I can do as a cyborg. And then Nebuda says, I don't remember that episode. Yeah, well, while that's loading, okay, I've got this link. Roger Corby. This is from the old series, it looks like. So what I will do, if I remember, is I will post a link here that was put in here by Cynic, and then you could come and read all about Roger Corby yourself. So that's cool. So when My God It's Full of Stars made this, he was really digging deep into his bag of tricks. Good job. I cannot detect any specific sign of the captain. I am reading a large number of life signs on one of the lower levels, but nothing specific about them, except that most are Klingon or Romulan. Rook must have captured them before we arrived. I'm also reading what appears to be the facility's computer core. It is in the final room on this level. If we access it, we may be able to eliminate the interference blocking our sensors and find the captain. I can do that, I say. How? T'Pau asks. I don't know. Just get me there. I'll figure it out when I get there. Yeah, and by the way, when you see this link and you see the old generation, did he just beam in? One of my co-workers was all excited because the old generation shows are on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, then you might be able to find that episode even and watch it. So let's see if I can get some answers from Rook. Welcome back, Commander Tabril. I wish I could greet you in person. I do, but this hologram will have to suffice. No fear, we will meet in the flesh soon enough. But first, I must say that I was hoping for more from you. Yes, I was. However, it looks as if your programming is incomplete. It happens occasionally. Don't believe that it's due to the strength of your character, or rather your template's character. The quantum entanglement of subject and android during the replication process sometimes remains intact longer than expected. Now that is some straight up Star Trek tongue twister right there. But no matter, it is a simple process to recycle your components and start again. Oh, okay, here we go. We got a few folks here. Let's do choices time. So we got to question this guy. So your first choice is to pick who are you, what are your plans for my ship, or what do you hope to accomplish? Which one should we pick? Nebuda says run. Alright, so my joke is talking about how the red shirt dies. Nebuda's joke is run. Alright. 2 or 3. Okay, so we won't do the who are you because we've got Rook. Since he said, Cynic says 2 or 3, just kind of wiggle the mouse in circles and it lands on. Looks like this one. What are your plans for my ship? Oh, hold on guys. There we go. Don't tell me you actually care. You must be more damaged than I thought. Yes. In a few days, Starfleet will find the USS Adler wrecked and adrift. The few survivors, or rather android versions of them, will tell a tale of betrayal by your rivals and claim that dangerous technologies are now in the possession of your enemies. The Klingon and Romulan ships you conveniently destroyed, at least some of your programming is intact, will be found by their respective governments, and they will hear similar stories of treachery. Soon, all three governments will be tripping over themselves to return here, gold-pressed latinum in hand, to buy the latest weapons. Yes, oh yes. And then what about my crew? Another useful human expression springs to mind: waste not, want not. We will seize the Adler's crew, just as we did the Klingons and Romulans. Some will make excellent templates. Others, sadly, will become bodies in the remains of their ships. You can't have a convincing wreck without a suitable number of bodies. No, not at all. Well, then we'll just finish up with what do you hope to accomplish? Once, we plan to replace flawed biologics with perfect machines, but the Ferengi that found us taught us that acquisition must cancel out programming. With any luck, war will rage for 1,000 years. Why destroy the biologics when we can profit from them and let them kill each other at the same time? And, well, it's going to make me ask the who are you anyway. You know this. Perhaps your memory banks are malfunctioning too. We've been waiting for a long time. This was the last and most advanced of the off-world fabrication facilities built by the old ones, before they turned inward and left space travel behind. When they became frightened of their own creations, they sent their war machines to destroy us. They failed, but we were too damaged to remain active. We slept and waited. The Ferengi who discovered this place awakened us, and, in gratitude, we have taken on his form, at least for now. I might have preferred a more imposing appearance, yes, but you take what you can get. Interesting. We got, so you will not succeed. Well, just in case it doesn't have me go through all of them, which one should we go through here next? You will not succeed, the old ones failed, I won't, or get ready to be reformatted. I'm leaning towards the get ready to be reformatted. Yeah, my wife has one vote for the reformatted. Any other votes out there? Not succeed, old ones failed, or prepare to be reformatted. Is not a tumor. Coughs and refrains from Nabuta coughs and refrains from saying run. Thank you. But I know there's something else you want to say. Which one of these do you want to watch? Okay, my wife says reformatted. Here we go. Oh, wait for it. Uh-oh, oh, snappers. Let's throw a grenade. And there you go. Well, I'm good on the first-person shooter today. Last couple of days I've been playing some Arma 2, so I'm good for some first-person shooting. And some Medal of Honor. So I'm ready. Alright, so he doesn't have any more interaction, but she does. All these Ferengi are androids. Did the captain's duplicate lead us into a trap? No, I didn't, apparently because I said you're going to get reformatted. Nabuta picked 2. Sorry, sometimes my wife overrides all votes. So we did reformat it. Everything here is a trap. We need to find the captain now. I suggest we let it take the lead. Perhaps it can be of some value. Of course, I will do whatever I can. So I'm going to take the lead. I'm going to interact with this here computer. Computer. There appear to be... See, that was a Star Trek 4 reference when Scotty was talking into the mouse. Computer. There appear to be 2 options... Oh, my wife said you couldn't see the mouse. See, he like talked into the mouse. Computer. Because the guy said, you have to use the mouse. Oh, how quaint. Computer. There appear to be 2 options for gaining entrance into the next room. We can short-circuit the force field. This will allow... That probably just kills all my Star Trek credibility. Continue, but we'll trip the facility security system. We will likely meet resistance. Or we can attempt to trick the system into lowering the force field in such a way that the security alarm is not raised. In this case, we should be able to proceed without needing to fight. Well, how am I going to trick the system? The security in this area is controlled by a single logic relay. In order to shut it down safely, we would need to input a specific encryption key. I am able to determine the first 4 numbers of the key. They are 23. See, and he said you're going to have to pay attention. Note time. Alright, so they are, because you never know. I'm not good at memorizing stuff, and sometimes these folks, they'll put a clue, but like they don't show you the clue again. So then you're wondering, uh-oh, what was I supposed to pick? So this is like some hardcore Star Trek right here. We need to input the 5th number correctly. Oh, so it's almost like math. 23, 45, 89, 177. Be warned, if we input the incorrect value, we will trigger the security alarms. I think I know what to do. Review the problem. 23, 45, 89. But I don't have a clue. And Nibuda asks, is this Foundry thing available to all levels? Or if not, what level do you have to reach? Good question. Oh, my wife's going to look at this too. So, let me see what the input solution is. Maybe it's got me some options here to choose. 11, 307, 353. Yeah, obviously it's a math thing. Cynic says 707. Maybe 307? 707 don't work. But Nibuda, the Foundry is open to all levels. The missions are designed for specific levels. So it's quite possible that, like right now, I'm able to do this mission because I've hit the right level. But I've been requested to run some missions that I can't find in my mission list because I'm not high enough level. So there are actually quite a few missions you can start at for lower level players. And I tell you, these are actually really good. There's a lot of really good player made missions. So yeah, if you make a person and go for it. Okay, my wife has a vote for 353, which is one of the options here. She's pretty clever. Alright. Okay. How do you get that?
23 plus 23 is 46 minus 1. 45 plus 45 is 9 minus 1.
Oh, she's clever. Okay, so she says 23 plus 23 is 45 minus 1. There you go. Yeah, Cynic, he came to that too. And then she says 45 plus 45 is 90 minus 1 is 89. Then 89 plus 89 minus 1 is 178 minus 1. So yeah, you guys are sharp. I never would have got that. So here it goes. So far, my god, it's full of stars. This is turning out as confusing as it was at first. This is actually kind of entertaining. I'm really digging it. That did it. We should be able to proceed undetected. Yeah, Nibuda, I agree. Ugh, math, blurk. Yep. That's why I have a smart wife and Cynic here. Not saying the other, Amora, that you're not smart, just saying. Alright, so here we go. We're past the Whoa, I was like, what are those things? But here's somebody. It's a damaged... Oh my gosh! That is the coolest thing. They actually have twitchy, sparky robot bodies that you can put in your mission. I don't know how he did that. The only reason why I'm thinking that's so cool is because since this is a player-made Foundry mission, all this stuff is handcrafted and placed by the author. So to see a twitchy robot, to me, that's very cool. So mind your own business, mister. I'm sick. Sick of interference. Oh, aren't we all? I may be able to retrieve some data from this Android central processor. Well, what did you find? And Nibuda, oh, my wife put in there, I homeschool my son, I have to remember this stuff. Yeah, she does. My son is stubborn. Nibuda said, oh man, homeschooling. Yeah, it is hard. Logic relay D cannot be at 20 millivolts. I don't know what that means. Logic relay D. Ooh, I said 0, I think it's D. Alright, look. I'm thinking that might be a hint. So... you owe me some paper. My god, the stars must be full. Because you're making me use up my notepad. Logic relay D cannot be at 20 millivolts. Alright, we're good. We're noted up. It might be useful. It's a good thing I talked to that little Pharyngoid. So them some rocks. Now, I've got my little quest tracker header thing, so I know I'm supposed to be going this way. Now, since I've got all these walls here, looks like maybe there's a passageway and I just gotta follow that around. So, ta-da, passageway. Look frosty, people. That to me usually means damage. Let's see if I can turn that off. Nope. I'm thinking I'm going to run through that and take some kind of plasma damage. Or it could just be a cool effect. Here we go. Oh, cool effect. You never know. This guy's pretty tricky. Now, what would be really cool is if I can jump it and then take no damage. But that probably wasn't damaging either, but it looked cool. Alright, so now there's another... Oh, there he is. I didn't even see him there. Unfortunate. Terribly unfortunate. Oh. I agree. And we're running. Okay, now see, we got a new respawn point. So if they put a respawn point, that means we're probably going to get our butts handed to us. But here is my goal, the computer core. And when I see sparklies, see, everything I see on the map just makes me think I'm going to take damage. Okay, just sparklies. Ooh, shiny. Let's access the force field. Like last time, we can either short-circuit the force field or trick the security system. In this case, the system is controlled by 4 logic relays, cannot be 20 millivolts. If we apply the appropriate voltage to each, we should be able to stun the system long enough to pass through the next area undetected. So what voltages do we need to apply? So we need to use the following voltages: 10, 20, 30, and 40. Each voltage can be applied to one of the 4 logic relays once and only once. However, one cannot determine which relay needs to be at which voltage. I've discovered the following clues. Relay A, oh my gosh. Okay. It's full of stars. I'm having to adjust in my chair to get comfy. Here's my scolding. I never took the SAT. This don't help. Alright team, so here's the chat. I'm hoping you can read the dialogue. So relay A must be at a higher voltage than relays B and D. Now it says that D cannot be 20, because I wrote that down. Now relay D must be at a lower voltage than relay B, and relay C must be at a higher voltage than relay A. So be warned once again. Now Nabuta says, oh dang, you must have had problems with schools. No, I went to a trade school and owe them a lot of money. Oh, you're talking about her comment. I just pick up a conversation and run with it, so I hijacked it. No, I didn't have any problems with school. So, she even corrected me. That was for your wife. It's my conversation now. Let's see here. So relay A must be at a higher voltage than relays B and D. Are you she's not working this. Alright, so let's do it. I have relay. Okay, so I got relay A, and it says it must be a higher voltage than B or D. So I'm going to say it's higher than those. Then relay D must be at a lower than B. And now D cannot be 20, so somehow I have to remember that. So I wonder if I could put, and then it says C will be at a higher voltage than relay A. Oh, that's not so bad. Look, if I put 30 on A, 20 on B, 10 on D, and then 40 on C. How did I do? I'm at Cynic, I think. And my wife wrote out a fancy formula. So I'm thinking, yep, I think we're good. Alright, I think I know what to do. Input solution. So now let's see what our options are. Oh, look. Here they are. We did all that figuring and all we had to do was look and pick. Well, I gotta go with the... So first let me just make sure. A is 30, B is 20, C is 40, D is 10. Because if you look here, that one would have blowed us up because it's got the D at 20. So, we did good. Makes the sign of the cross, no math. Poor Nibuda, she don't like the math. Oh, because she plays a troll. She plays a troll. I know my wife goes, because she's a troll. It's like, let's clarify. She's not saying Nibuda's a troll. It's because Nibuda plays a troll in EverQuest 2. So, we say it in love. Okay, that did it. We should be able to proceed undetected. Here we go. That... Oh, not yet. Oh, what is this, though? I wonder if I can look at that. Nibuda says that trolls don't like math. Okay, I'm going to come here just because it's here. And that must be... This must be where they replicate people, because it looks science-y. Oh, and there's the chambers where the pod people live. And then here's my passageway. On to the computer core. Nibuda points out that trolls are cute, though. And my wife points out that they are dumb. Sometimes that's a good date. Okay, examine damaged pharyngoid. Alright, here's another one. Enough is never enough is never enough. Thank you. Oh, I did a combat roll. And now we are... This looks like the final force field we need to get through. We can still short-circuit the field and raise an alarm. We can also try to trick the system. However, the security system is more sophisticated. Okay. In this case, there are 3 logic relays, A, B, and C. Each can be in one of 2 states, on or off. Up to 2 relays can be on at any one time. All 3 can be off. Each relay is also either aware or unaware of its own state, whether it is on or off. The complicating factor is that no relay can directly determine what state it is in. Each must use 2 pieces of information to deduce its own state. Wow. First, there is the state of the other relays. Relay A is monitoring the states of relays B and C. Relay B is monitoring the state of relay C. Module C is not monitoring any other relay. Second, every 15 nanoseconds, the relays ask each other if they are aware or unaware of their other states. The security system will shut down if relay C and only relay C is aware. Oh my gosh, Nibuda. Who is the guy who made this dungeon? I don't like him, my brain hurt. This was made by... His name is My God, It's Full of Stars. His brain is full of math. I mean that with respect, because yeah, this is... But see, this is very sciencey. I kind of like this. It gives you a chance to pretend that you're working a problem, like when you watch the show. I mean, it's as daunting as it is. We can do it, though. So the security system will shut down if the relay C and only relay C is aware of its own state. If relays A or B are able to determine their own states, security measures will become active. So we need to determine what states the relays must be in to shut down the security system. So I tell you what, let's look at the solutions and see if that gives us a clue. So C can tell what A and B are doing. Sorry, the mic there. Or was C not aware? Oh, I already forgot. So we could do A is on. So all 3 could be off. 2 of them can be on. I'm looking at you, Cynic. Oh, Pat M. I didn't see you sneak into the room. Welcome, Pat. We're stuck on a math problem, so if you saw it, we're going to go over it again. My wife's going to take a peek. Okay, so we're going to review the problem. It says 3 logic relays. They can be in one of 2 states, on or off. Then it says each relay is either aware or unaware of its own state, meaning if it's on or off. Okay, the complicating factor is that no relay can directly determine what state it is in. Each must use 2 pieces of information to deduce its own state. First, there is the state of the other relays. Okay, so it says that relay A is monitoring the states of relays B and C, and then relay B is monitoring the state of relay C, and then module C is not monitoring any other relay. Alright. Now, every 15 nanoseconds the relays ask each other if they are aware or unaware. I don't know if that's important. The security system will shut down if relay C and only relay C is aware of its own state. If relays A and B are able to determine their own states, security measures will become active. We need to determine the states the relays must be in to shut down the security system. Well, I was thinking like on, off. I'll pull them up here. Nabuta's option is, do what I do in these situations. Close your eyes and push a button. Almost, my wife said, almost as bad as run. Alright, so solution A, the first one is A is off, B is on, C is on. The other is A is on, B is off, C is on, and then the last one is A is on, B is on, C is off. I thought it was on, off. My wife has a vote for on, off. So far, that's 2 for on, off. If you weren't able to follow that, I apologize. I probably maybe read too fast. It's confusing to me. I'm not good at logic puzzles. But I'm hovering over this button. So let's see. Oh, Cynic had to drop out. Looks like. Well. Oh no, there he is. Oh, you're not in my viewer list. That's odd. All right, Cynic. Not sure. Nabuta says, yeah, let's trust her. She seems to know what she's doing. Yeah, my wife's pretty sharp. Well, let's see what happens. I did it. Well, that seemed like we made it more complicated than what it needed to be. Cool, we got it. Yay! And now we're in. And there's the computer core. Let's see. Here's a broken. Alright, any other damaged phalangoids? Let's take a look at this one before I go talk to the computer core. What do you got for me? Any clues? Everything dies, but greed is eternal. Alright, greed. Let's see what that will give us against this computer. Interface with the core. I guess I'm interfacing. Upload initiated, upload complete. Not sure what I did there. Now it says, go find yourself, which is a lot politer than what I first thought it said. Alright, loading. They almost need like a little mini game or an animated wallpaper while I wait for this to load. Almost there. Oh, it says Lamat Ukan is the leader of the Jem'Hadar born in the Alpha Quadrant. Oh, they do have something for me to do. I just read it. I'm glad you could join us. Yes, now we can fix those damaged subroutines. By the time you leave this place, you'll be ready to kill those pesky biologics that have been following you around like pets. Pat says, this is like homework. And my wife says, yeah, not in a fun way. It is fun, because now we're part of an episode of Star Trek's history that only us watching know about. So I got a whole bunch of questions here. What do you think, team? Should I start with, how did I get here? Why am I in a Borg cube? Oh, I didn't see that coming. Why is my away team here? And where is my real body? What should I go with? What do you think? How did I get here? Borg cube. Why is my away team here? Or where is my real body? Board cube. Alright. I got one vote for that. Let's go with it. First response. Or, you know, run. Well, board cube seems good. Very, very interesting. On some deep level, your psychological matrix must identify us with the Borg. But you are wrong. So very, very wrong. We are nothing like them. They cling to flesh, seek to adapt it, but they are ultimately trapped by it. They can never be what we are. This is one of the errors in your programming we will need to attend to. Yes, we will. Yep, there's the run. Run. You know, it seems like it's going to make me look at them all, so I think I'll just click on them in order. So how did I get here? You interfaced with the computer core, of course. Later models like you will have this capacity. Yes, much more efficient than typing in with those clumsy meat tubes, those fingers. Oh, that made my fingers kind of twitch when it calls them a meat tube. Again, that's a lot different than what I first thought. You are now in a simulation created by your programming. Oh, I'm in a simulation. Interesting. So why is my away team here? They are creations of your flawed programming. You seem to have some attachment to them that endures. This is one of the most substantial errors in your subroutine we will need to change. One of the worst, yes. So he says it's like a creation of my own subconscious kind of a thing. It makes me think I'm in the Matrix. And then it makes me think of Keanu Reeves. And then it makes me think about Bill and Ted's Excellent Journey. And then it makes me think about Wild Stallions. Whoa, I'm in the Matrix. So where's my real body? Cynic says, clumsy meat tube. Until he said fingers, I was thinking in the gutter. Yeah, that was me too. Nibuda, I was refraining from comment. My mind is always in the gutter. Well, at least I'm in good company. Real? Your real body? Your true form? Your perfect incarnation is a machine. Your template is nothing. Well, what do you want from me? We will debug you. Yes, you will emerge from this place whole. The figures you will see here are here to help you, no matter the form your flawed programming gives them. They are the patches you require. Do not resist them. You must destroy the damage to your programming. You must not resist. No, you must not. This is the one thing the Borg have right. I will not give up who I am. You underestimate the resiliency of biology. Debug this. Okay, now this actually looks like a legitimate choice. So should I go with, I will not give up who I am, you underestimate the resiliency of biology, or should I go with debug this? Oh, Cynic already hopped in with debug this. Alright. Are those some figures up ahead? Alright. Figments of look, and then Amora falls in with debug this. So that's where we're going. So I'm going to use my debugging tool, which is a, let me show you. Here's my debugging tool. I'm using a Phaser Full Auto Rifle Mark V KB2 for my debugging needs. Nabuda says, I'm sorry, I see Borg, I'm running. I see Borg. Yeah, it doesn't quite have the same effect as dead people, but do not resist. That looks like a really big Borg. Oh, look though. I'm gonna get them before their shields have a chance to. Oh, that's a. Oh my gosh. He's the Andre Giant of Borg. Let me. Melee, back up. Oh yeah, did you see that? I just Chuck Norris'd them. That was sweet. I just did like a roundhouse kick to the whatever. And now we're moving. Oh, let's see. Pat says, why? Borgs are wimps. They are wimps until they do their phase modulation and then their shields adapt. Then it's bad. If you want to find yourself... Uh-oh. Crazy talk. Find the core. Save the cheerleader. Save the planet. So how to get out of here? That's my next thing. Check my map. Oh. Okay, well I've got, looks like, opening here and just kind of follow the path around. So that's what I will do. Let me just take a peek back here, see if there's anything hidden or fun. Well, little hidden path, but I will not say it's fun, so we will hop out of there. So, yep, Mr. Full of Stars. It's turning out to be a very rock-solid mission you have here. The puzzles are good, tricky, clever. I like the use of them. Very well-written dialogue, and it definitely has kind of an odd Star Trek feel to it. So this is a very good mission. I'm glad this was a low enough level for me to run. So this actually really makes me want to, on another night, run the other mission you have submitted for us. Alright. There we go. Let's take out some of these guys. Charge! And we're good. And that guy actually dropped something. So, Cardassian Yarnock sauce. Cynic says, yeah, in actual Borg missions you need a frequency remodulator when the ground Borg adapt to its energy damage type. Yelp. Just makes me think of the TV shows. That's what they're always yelling. Give me some kind of demodulator, some kind of frequency randomizer for our phasers. Oh, now these do not look like Borg. Hi? Visit. Well, they're red, they're bad. Welcome to my subconscious. Whew. Oh, look, did you see T'Pau open up with the autocannon? That's hot. And there. Oh, take that. Oh, he's got a lot of hit points. Look at her go. Ow. Oh, now we will take it. Sometimes you actually do find some good loot. I'm learning though that the little balls, like that, they're little Death Star floating things. They usually don't have something but really small. But the larger the container, glowing container, the bigger the item you can pick up. So generally I skip those, but you know, I might as well pick them up. Alright, so now let me hit my map. Oh, I missed a passageway, so I gotta go up there. Oh, sorry team. Got mouse clicky. I play so many games that I sometimes forget the control scheme that I'm using. And so this one is using my WASD keys and the mouse fires my weapons. So that's the action part of it. But in some games I steer with my mouse by using my left and right mouse button at the same time. So I tried to steer and ended up shooting at my peoples by mistake. Hello, you are one of us. Well then, if I'm one of you, you won't mind having a taste of phaser fire. Shields are holding up really good. Hello, Lieutenant. I never did like you. And I'll just skip that one. No, I won't. It's money. This is a good way to get some energy credits so you can buy stuff like ships later on. You can just sell all that junk. Ooh, it's bright. It's pretty. It's like the Genesis project. So, I gotta find the core. This must be it. There it is. It appears the errors in your programming are more serious than I anticipated. No, not very good at all. Why do you continue to resist? Because you can't control me, man. Perhaps not. Perhaps the old ones, in their limited biological way, were right to fear our autonomy. Yes, perhaps. But no matter. You have gained nothing with your independence. Even if you or your template somehow manages to inform the Starfleet about what happened here, nothing will change. The advanced technology of this place remains. It will become a source of conflict and war will intensify. The biologics will still exterminate themselves. Not if this place is gone, dude. Surely you can't be so attached to your template's life. It is not yours. The ship in orbit is not yours. The crew on it is not yours. No, they are nothing to you. Computer, initiate auto-destruct. Awaiting code for final countdown. That deserves a. I wish I had like a soundboard with all kinds of music clips, because now it'd be, it's the final countdown. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. And there's my code. Select code. Sir, not now, to pal. Let's see what happens. I sacrificed myself and my imaginary crew members so I could save the biologics and save the universe. Apparently. That was rather hasty of me, but I did it. I was hoping it would give me like a countdown and maybe I could like escape. And now we've got Sir. Sir, are you awake? Yes I am. Status report. It's a long story, sir, but we don't have much time. The basics are that you were kidnapped by the Ferengi, who wasn't actually a Ferengi. He was an android. This entire underground facility was filled with robotic Ferengi. They're all deactivated now, and the facility seems heading for some sort of self-destruct. We're not certain how or why. The android replica of you, we can explain more later, interfaced with the main computer core here. A moment later, he, or it, collapsed, and a moment after that, all the other androids around here did the same. Then the alarm started sounding. Well, how did you find me? Once the facility shut down, the interference that was blocking our scans disappeared. We were able to locate you immediately. You'd been kept unconscious here, along with Bavak and Veril and the original Ferengi, who says his name is Gammon, and his crew. And the ship? Safe, sir. Oh, well, good. And what of our ships and crews? Or have you already murdered them? Your ships were destroyed, but your crews are safe. They're being held on a lower level. If we hurry, we can free them. Once they're on the surface, they should be safe. We can begin transporting them to the Adler. Agreed. Let's go. I wouldn't think that the Romulan and Klingons would be so accepting of beaming up to a Federation ship. Let's see. Cynic, he points out the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. Yep. That almost sounds like a Captain Picard quote. Oh, here it is. No need to hurry, Commander. I'm afraid to inform you that you will be the victim of your replica's endless act. Yes, yes, indeed. You will be staying to witness the destruction of this facility firsthand. My brothers may have been deactivated, but some of us are still functioning. I wish I were there in person so that I could see the Klingons and the Romulans' faces. Yes, I believe they'll soon be beside themselves. Beside themselves. Oh, yes. Oh. Over there. Wait for it. Oh. Oh. Ooh. These must be the bad fake Romulans and Klingons. Oh, snap. A bunch of them. Oh, actually, it says it's a quote from Spock and Kirk in Star Trek II Wrath of Khan. Aha, okay. Some reason it just had like a Picard flair, but yep, that sounds pretty good. They look exactly like me. How is this possible? Are they shapeshifters? They're androids. He's kind of slow on the uptake here, isn't he? Fascinating. I can only imagine what could be accomplished with such an ability to replicate others. We need to free your crews now. I will free my own crew, Commander, and deal with any more of these imposters I find. And what about you, Veril? I believe I will join Bavak. Return to your ship. We will contact you when we are ready. Well, very well. I guess we're done here. We have a fix on you and your away team, sir. Ready to beam you aboard. 5 to beam up. There it is. Sometimes I gotta hit it once or a couple times to make it work. And we're loading. There we are. Sir, a ship just decloaked off our port bow. It's not any design we're familiar with. They're hailing us. Put them through. My, you are a resourceful one, Commander, but the facility on the planet was only a portion of what the old ones left behind. You may have survived thus far, but soon, very soon, Commander, you'll meet your maker. Yes, your maker. Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Oh. Something tells me it's a weird looking ship. I guess we get to go blow it up. It says defeat Rook once and for all, and then approach and engage. So this must be the final show. It's the final showdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. It's an exo ship. And soon you will feel the full destructive capabilities of this fully operational... Oh, my wife said that's the wrong game. Sorry. Oh, there it is. I'm close enough. And we'll start backing up. And I'm going to hit it with a shield drain. There goes my autocannon, some torpedoes. Let's do a torpedo upgrade. Let's get some shields going. Oh, Nebuda says that's Star Wars. Well, you know, they're both in space. They both had good quotes. I don't see why they can't share them. Another shield drain. He's got some strong shields, let me tell you. Oh, and it looks like it